Hi there, I'm Dale Mathis, and today I'm doing a Korg workshop video, and this one is to explain how to create a new bank of sounds and using the palm bar to advance to the next sound. So you will need to go to my website, and it is dalemathisaccordion.com, and then you will click on the Korg Workshops tab up on top, and then you need to be one of my Korg Accordion owners because you need the passcode to get into this technical area. And so what you're going to do, you'll find this video there, and you'll also find the step-by-step PDF, and you want to download that PDF, and I'm just going to take you through all of the 17 steps that we need to do this. So for the example that I'm going to do today, I'm going to take the song Rambling Rose and do a specific video, or rather set of sounds for that song. And it could be used for other songs, but I'm just going to use this tune as an example, and you can alter your own experiences and pick different things, but we'll use this as an example that get you through the process. So, all right, I'm going to take you into my accordion, and so I've just turned the accordion on. So it comes on with the string bass and the piano in the left hand, and it comes on with the 8-foot musette accordion. So what I want to do is I want to play the song 5 times through, and the first time will be with the musette accordion, and I could use it as an intro. Then the next time I'm going to switch it to strings, and with the sound being at strings, I could sing along with it. I could use the strings as my background accompaniment, or you could just use it as the melody. And so you'll see me go through the steps here. All right, so let's get into it. And if you have the PDF downloaded, it will be extremely helpful. So, all right, so the first thing that you need to do is go into the bank selectors here and find an empty bank. And in my case, I'm going to use bank number 60 today because it's empty on this accordion. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I've picked out, all right, I'm following the steps here, decides which sounds you want for bank or scene A. All right, so that's how I want to start this song, is with the turn-on sound. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so that's what I want to save in scene A. So let's see, now I am at step 3, so I'm going to push and hold the A button. Oh, you know what I should do first, though, is go to the bank 60, which is empty, so let me do that. So just use my minus button here and go to bank 60. There we go, it says empty on this accordion. All right, so now I have the sounds that I want, and so I'm going to push and hold the A button, scene A button. And let's see, then it says push to right, and what that means is you want to push the knob in. And now it says power up under my scene name. Well, I want to change the name, and when you're changing the name, when you look at this screen on your accordion, you'll see that you have several choices what to do with the knob. You can use the cursor to go forward and backward, and if you push it up, you can insert a letter, and if you push down, you can delete a number. And if you look on the screen, it says power up. So I just want to delete everything. So I'll just keep pushing down until all those letters inside the screen go away. And then for the sake of this experiment or video today, I'm just going to put a number A in the screen. Okay, so I have the A, and then once you've got your screen name, then you just push the knob again to execute. And so now in your screen, it says A, or whatever name you've picked. And now when you want to go to doing the next scene, in my case, what I want is to go to Orchestra 1, and I want to pick Register 2 because I want these strings. And I could play that as a melody, or I could just play chords if I want to sing along, or whatever you want to do with it. Okay, so that's what I want. So now, to save that, I'm going to push and hold scene B. And now it says push to right down at the bottom of your screen. And so I'm going to push the knob in. And instead of, well, you put the new name in. So in my case, I'm just going to name it B. And then you push the knob in to execute. And that's been completed. And now for scene C in my song, I want to go to an accordion bassoon sound. So I'm going to go back to accordion. And the bassoon sound I want is on number 12. Okay, so I'm good with that. And so now I want to save that to bank C or scene C. So you push and hold the scene C button. And then in the screen, the line moved over to C, and underneath in the screen where it says scene right, it also says push to right. So I'm going to push the knob in. And now I'm going to rename that to, in my case, C. And you can name it whatever you want. And then it says push the knob in to execute. And it says success. And now for the next scene, scene D, I want to go back to my strings sound again. So I'm just going to hit the orchestra. And so I'm back to my strings again. And now I'm going to push and hold the D. And then it says push to right, push the knob in. And now I want to rename that scene. In my case, I'm just going to name it D. And then it says push the knob to execute. And then I want to, let's see, what's my last step I want to do? I want to go back to accordion 12 again. So I just push the accordion. Okay, and I want to save that in E. So push E and hold it. And then push the knob in to right. And let's name it E. Push. Okay, so now I have all of my sounds recorded, but the only way that I can get to them is by reaching over here and selecting them. So what I would like to do is have the palm bar activated to just move through all the sounds. So that's the next step that we're going to do. So if you look on your worksheet, you'll see that we're at step 10. All right, so let's go back in here again. So it says push the menu button twice. So once, twice. And now we're on the menu screen. And in the menu screen, I want to turn the knob down the page until I get to common controllers. And now I'm going to use the knob and I'm going to push it down toward the floor twice. The first time it says master bar switch, and the second time it's master bar title, and then it says scene on the page and status, and the function, in this case it says accordion treble register 8. Well, I don't want that. So I'm going to move this, let's see, pushed the knob toward me, and it moved to the on status, and then it moved to the accordion treble register 8. And I'm going to turn the knob backward toward me until it says off, and then one more click to the right, it says scene up, which is what I want. I want it to move from scene A to scene B. I'm not sure if I did that right. Actually, I may have to redo this when I get to the end. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell it to do that. So, oh no, actually if I push the A, I think it'll work for what I want it to do. So I'm just going to push, yeah, it did it correctly. All right, so I moved to scene A, and in my list of titles in the screen it says bank A, and then it says push to right, which means push the knob, and then scene name. Oh no, all right, I'm a little confused about what happened here, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with it and see what happens. All right, so now I'm going to push the scene A, and let's see if the palm bar will move it up. It did. All right, so it worked anyhow. All right, so now I'm in scene B, and I want to move that master bar switch again to the scene up position and ask it to record. So you push the B light and hold it, and push to right, and push to right. Okay, now I'll push the C light, and in the screen it says accordion register, and I don't want that. I want it to go to scene up. So just repeat that process. Push to right, push to right, and now let's go to D, and again move it to scene up, push to right. Oh no, memorize it. Push the blue light, and then push to right, push to right, and let's just try the palm bar. Yes, it moved to scene E. Now, what I want to do for this song, instead of going anywhere else within the scenes, I want it to go back to scene A again. So in this case, I'm going to tell it, instead of using the knob back to scene up, I'm going to turn the knob where it says scene A, and then push the E light in and hold it, and push to right, and push to right again. And now I think I've got everything saved, and so to find out, I'm going to push the bank minus button pointing towards my chin, and it comes up with my scenes that I see. All right, so let's go here. And let's just check and see if it all works. So, okay, I didn't get that one right. I didn't get that sound right in bank E, so I'm going to do that one over again. So, in this case, what I have to do, because I made an error, is I have learned that I've got to go back to the menu and keep going right to the beginning, and then hit the accordion and treble register, and I don't want the bassoon there, I want the number 9. And then just resave that over again. Push to right, and I want to name that scene A, and push to execute. All right, so now let's try it and see if the song worked. So let's start from the beginning of the song. Okay, now when I want to repeat it, let's see if it goes to the strings. And now when I want to repeat it, let's see if it goes to the bassoon accordion. And now I want to repeat it again and see if it goes to the strings. And now I want to do one more time with the accordion bassoon sound. And if I hit the palm bar one more time, it should go back to A. And it did, back to the musette accordion. Okay, so I hope that this isn't totally confusing for you. And as you see, even when I was doing this, even though I've had hundreds of times that I've done this process, I still made a few mistakes on this video and had to correct my mistakes. Mistakes happen, so you can just follow this worksheet, and if you follow the worksheet, you should have very good results. So thanks for watching. If you have questions about doing this programming or any other kind of programming, because you're one of my customers, please do give me a call and I'll help talk you through the process. Thank you very much.